Hello everyone. I, Ms. Bhavna Danesh Munod, welcome you all in Agricultural Development Trust, Shardabai Pawar, Mahila Arts, Commerce and Science College, Sharda Nagar, Baramati. Good day everyone. Last period, we finished with our first chapter in Organization of Commerce and Management Children related to principles of management. And we studied in that theories of management according to Henry Fayol and Frederick Taylor. Now we come to our second chapter, that is functions of management. So, this chapter will tell us about various functions of management, because management we all know requires means what, or say management means work done from others. Like a manager has to give the orders and let the work done from his employees. That is called as management. So, in this chapter, we'll study about what is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, and coordinating children. So, this chapter will tell us about all these things. Now, come to the introduction part. As we have studied children in 11th standard regarding the types of business, say, organizations, if you remember, what were they? Sole proprietor, then partnership business, joint Hindu family business, and joint stock company. So, as we studied, if you remember, in joint Hindu family business, Karta was called as what? Head of the family. See, an example over here is given that we all know Karta was called as what? The head of the family. Then he only used to take the decision. The wholesome decision was taken by Karta. So, whatever the things were there were decided by the head of the family, that is called as Karta. So, Karta used to organize various things, what was there to fulfill the target. He also took the helps of his members for the support, means the family members were also supporting the Karta, and they directed him, guided him, coordination was there, and they also, whatever task was there, whatever the goal was there, they had a strict control, all the family members and itself the Karta. So the Karta, whatever the Karta did with the help of family members, that is called as a management children. Means, and simple example about joint Hindu family business they have given over here related to management, that Karta is a head of the family, but with his family members and support, their direction, their coordination, controlling of the factor, management is called as that. All these factors will come under management. So, management is a set of principles which relate to various functions. If you can see, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, and coordinating children. So, these all things are necessary to achieve goals. Now, see, we'll come to the next part in chapter, that is functions of management. Now, we'll see what are the functions of management. So, the first function, according to say, or according to L.A. Allen, what he has told, that management is what manager does. So, this definition he has told regarding management is what manager does, means it shows the role of the manager and in form of different functions. So, the functions of manager start with planning and controlling. It start with planning and end with controlling, and every function is interrelated with each other in management. The functions cannot be separated in future also, in nature also. Organizing, controlling, coordinating, staffing, these all are cooperation, these all are interlinked with each other. Nobody can be separated, they are inseparable. So different management thinkers have classified functions of management differently, means everyone has their different functions. Whatever classification of functions are there, it has been classified by various managements. So this is according to L.A. Allen. Then according to Henry Fayol, he told that to manage is to forecast and to plan, to organize, to command and to control. Simple way. In a simple way, Henry Fayol has told us to manage is to what? Forecast, to plan, to organize, to command, and to control. So these things should be included in management, children. So another thing related to management is Luther Gulick has given a password say how to remember how a keyword that what in management will come. What are the keywords in that? So POSD, CORB. This you should remember while studying management function. What is there? POSD, CORB. Children, see, this we have to remember in keywords related to functions of management. So what are the key functions? P stands for planning. O stands for organizing. S stands for staffing. D stands for directing. CO stands for coordination. R stands for reporting, and B stands for budgeting. So reporting and budgeting functions are summarized in the function called as controlling. Now see what we are studying in this chapter. The principles of management we studied in first chapter. Now we are studying regarding functions of management. So in this functions of management, the keywords we should be remembering as POSD, CR and B. See, POSD, CORB we have to remember as keywords for functions of management, where P stands for planning, O stands for organizing, S stands for staffing, D stands for directing children, CO stands for coordination, R stands for reporting, and B stands for budgeting. So reporting and this budgeting functions, these are summarized in the function called controlling. So we will see the first part regarding the functions of management, that is planning, children. We'll go one by one with the functions of management, and the first function is what? Planning. Now what is planning? Simple way, simple example. Whenever we go for picnic, what we do? We plan for few days before only. Why? Because we have to pack up the bags. In traveling there should be no difficulty, there should be no miscommunication or misguidance, or we should enjoy our picnic very smoothly and carefully. So what we do? Example, children, I am telling you, if I plan for a picnic, we'll plan it 8 days before. Even a one day picnic would do. That we'll plan it for 8 days before only. What to take, which bus we should go, what time should we go, and when we will arrive. All the planning we do. Why? So that in picnic wherever we go, we don't have any trouble, and our picnic we will fully enjoy. That's why we do planning. So in organization they have told that planning is the best function, or say basic function of management. Every function of management is based on planning. So it includes deciding the things to be done in advance. And planning is an intellectual process of logical thinking and rational decision making. Normal, it should be whatever decisions are taken, it should be in a normal way, not irrational way. Rational means what? A normal person. So normal decisions will be taken while doing planning. And all the planning is done, say, dependent upon your intelligence, intellectual process. So in short, planning program is determined, or say is done for future process, children. Now we'll see definition. First definition by Kuntz and O'Donnell. If you can see the important definition of planning, first one we will see by Kuntz and O'Donnell, that planning is deciding in advance what to do, how to do, and when to do, children. And who will do it? So planning bridges the gap from where we are, where we want to go, what possible things we should occur, which would not occur. These all things are taken into mind while doing planning. So Kuntz and O'Donnell has defined planning is deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do, and who will do it. So these questions will arise when you do planning, and it helps in filling up the gap. Which gap? Which will make the smooth functioning of future more proper. So it will make possible things to occur which would not otherwise occur. Then the second definition of planning is according to James Stoner, children. He tells us that planning is the process of establishing goals and a suitable course of action for achieving these goals. Means, why do we planning? We do planning because to establish goals, to establish our goals or to achieve our goals. So whatever will be suiting that particular course of action, whatever we want to do to set our target, we will have in planning, and then we will implement that particular goal. We'll achieve that goal when we will have a proper planning, children. That is told according to James Stoner. So from this, any one definition you can by heart, children, either by Kuntz and O'Donnell or by James Stoner. So Stoner is telling us that planning is the process of establishing goals and a suitable course of action for achieving these goals. Now we'll come to our next point, that is importance of planning. First we studied about definition. Now we'll come to one by one see the importance of planning, children. So the first importance of planning, that planning is the fundamental function which gives us an outline about where to go, how to go, and it reduces the risk of uncertain future. And forecasting means our future will not be a little bit blank. When we have planning in our mind, children, our future will not be blank. That means what? Future will have something in mind. We will have goals in mind when we will do planning. So the importance of planning is, first point, it helps us to clear objectives. Whatever objectives are there, set clear objectives. So planning is concerned with setting objectives, targets, and formulating plans to achieve them. The first point regarding importance, it helps managers to analyze the present condition of the organization and on that basis to identify the ways of attaining the desired position in future. Now see, helps first point, what is the importance of planning, why we have to do the first one. A manager will get a clear idea of the organization. Now for example, see, we are in a production company. The manager in future wants to increase the production. So first he will see regarding the objectives, whether it is necessary to improve the production, whether the production produced will go for sale in the market, whether we will have profit. So these objectives will be inside the manager's head, inside his mind. He will have planning before and then he will set a target for production process, children. That is first point, that it helps us to set up clear objectives. So if in market your production is having demand, manager will come to know that production process should be increased. So a set of objectives should be there. Then the second importance of planning is provides path of action. Now see, whenever now manager, what the target he has set, that he has to increase the production. Now what he has in mind, that in which way I will increase the production, how I will utilize the resources. So he has a path, he found a way, what I have should do for the company's benefit. So here also what they have told in the second importance, that planning ensures that the goals or objectives are clearly stated. They act as a guide and they provide direction for doing the right things at the right time and in a right way. So it helps the employees to know what organization has to do and what they must do for achieving the goals. So the second importance of planning is what? It provides a path, it provides a way to us to achieve our goals. Then the third one is, children, the third importance of planning is planning improves performance. Now see what we are studying regarding planning and its importance. So it has been told that planning improves performance. So it helps managers to improve future performance of employees by establishing what? Objectives and selecting a course of action. So it is beneficial for the organization. Planning leads to efficient working of the employees. Due to proper planning, the employees can work according to timeline guidelines. So this improvement in performance results into higher profitability of the organization. So what does planning does here? when we have a plan in a mind, when we have a target set, it improves our performance. So when an objective is set it out, what we will do, we'll plan, we will work according to that. Now for example children, a simple example I'll tell you. Now see, you are there in 12th standard, you're 12th standard students. Now some may have set a target that I want above 90 in every subject. So what will be your planning? First, your objective you have set, your target is there that I want to score good marks and my marks will be above 90 in each and every subject. Now the next is plan of action. Now what you will do, you have already set it the objective regarding scoring higher marks. Then the second thing, you will prepare a timetable for yourself. That will be your path of action. Because with the help of timetable, you will get a guidelines which subject I have to do in a week. Then you start implementing with that timetable. Means you start performing. Planning improves performance. Your plan already has done. That is coming under your timetable, study timetable. How much you will give for each and every subject. So you start implementing that plan, that is called as improving your performance. You start following the timetable and start studying according to that. The action has been taken into consideration. So this planning leads us to what they have told in efficient working of the employees. And due to proper planning, the employees can work according to timeline guidelines. So this improvement in performance results into what? Higher profitability of the organization, children. So what we have studied, importance of planning we have studied. In this first 3 points we studied that it helps us to set clear objectives, it provides a path of action, and third, planning improves performance. Now we'll see the fourth importance of planning, children. The fourth importance is planning minimizes the risk, whatever risk is there. If you want to achieve something, now see, minimizing, as I gave you example as your 12th standard student and you want to score good marks, that's why you decided to plan. So minimizing the risk over here, what will be there? That you have set it a target and the risk will be, if you start working, you start studying from now only, the risk of failure will be less. So when you start studying now only, you are confident that each timetable has been set up and you have worked according to your planning, you will be more confident that you will score good marks. So here the risk in passing or failing is there still. So that risk will be less when you do planning. So planning is based, why we do planning? To have a good future, to develop the future. So planning is based on forecasting technique. It is the process of looking into the future and anticipating the future changes. So changes or risks cannot be eliminated totally, but they can be anticipated and can be tackled with preventive measures. So it minimizes the risk of future or uncertainties of future. So planning helps us, the next point is minimizing the risk. Lesser the risk will be when we already have set a goal for the future. Then the fifth one is planning leads to optimum utilization of resources. Yes, if we have a proper plan, if the businessman has a proper plan, how much he should have production process, according to that only he will use the resources. So organizational plans are prepared by taking into consideration the availability of resources and proper allocation of resources. So it will be for various activities. So planning helps us how much resources we can use, how much efficiency we can do in a production, so we can get better results. So one can avoid wastage of resources by proper planning. Then the sixth one is planning helps us in decision making, children. And yes, it is correct. To achieve goals as well as to help the management to select the best from whatever resources are available, whatever production they can do, all positive and negative outcomes, negative situations can be handled, can be tackled with the help of planning. So decisions are taken after selecting alternative courses of action to achieve a predefined goal. So manager has to take rational decisions. Rational decisions means what, children? Normal decisions. So this planning helps us in decision making. Now we studied that planning helps us to use what? Resources less. So when this we are studying regarding planning helps us in resource using what? Optimum utilization of resources we can do with the help of planning. Then we studied regarding 6th point that it helps us in decision making. Yes, planning helps in any organization or anyone can take decision with the help of planning. So whatever positive, negative outcomes are there, the particular person with the help of planning can handle the situation, can tackle the situation, children. So these are what? 6 important points we are studying regarding this chapter. That is what? Planning. We have started, children. Now we'll come to see the next points, that is 7th one over here, that planning is useful in setting the standards for controlling. Now see, due to planning what we can happen, the standards for controlling means the performance can be compared with the standards and manager can find out the deviation. So between the actual and standard performance, planning can be helping us regarding standard performance. It provides us basis for control. It is also important for maintaining discipline at working place of organization. So the next importance of planning is what? It is very helpful in setting standards for controlling. So we can be controlled. We can have a control factor when we have planning. So it can be find out whatever the managers are there, whatever standard rules or whatever standard principles they have to maintain to control the discipline or the working function. Managers can apply this by use of planning. So it helps in useful in setting the standards for controlling. Then the 8th important point, children, is planning also helps in coordination of all activities. See, the 8th point is what? It facilitates the coordination of all activities. So what coordination means? What? Working together. One should coordinate with each other. See, when I talk to you and I ask you queries, that means I'm coordinating with you. But if I don't ask you anything, children, if I don't ask you every time that what is your queries, what are your difficulties, you let me know. If I don't talk to you, what will happen? Proper coordination will not be there between a teacher and student. So if with proper coordination is not there, how the students will gain knowledge? So here planning helps us in facilitating coordination of all activities. Means what? Whenever we are working in an organization, whenever we are working in a company, it is possible that the management, that is higher level management, middle level management, top level management, these all levels of management should have a proper coordination, proper talking within them. And it is very important in planning process, children. So whatever activities are there, they can be done with the help of coordination. So planning helps us in facilitating what? Or in coordination of all activities. So all activities of business organization are closely linked with each other, which is considered in the process of planning. So sound planning helps us on relating all the activities and resources of an organization, and thus various departments work as per the overall plan and coordination is achieved, children. Now come to the 9th point, that planning facilitates other management functions. Now see, what is their planning? What it does? Every organization functions towards achieving goal, and goal is set at the planning stage. So unless the plan is ready, other management functions such as organizing, staffing, etc. cannot be undertaken. Thus planning facilitates all other functions of management. See, our next important point related to planning is what? That planning facilitates other management functions. Means every organization will work according to their goal. They will have a one target in mind to achieve their goal, and the goal is set in the planning stage. So unless the plan is ready, other management functions, which are there, staffing, say, organizing, will not be taken into consideration. So we should have a goal, we should have a planning process, then we can go further for coordinating, controlling, organizing and staffing. So they have told, if planning is done, it will help us to manage other functions. So which are the, as we have studied in introduction part, that organizing, controlling, coordinating, staffing, cooperation, these all are interlinked with each other, and this will be done when we have planning process, children. So this planning, it also helps in facilitating what other management functions. See, again we'll repeat the point till 9 points we have studied in this period. That is what importance of planning. It helps us in clearing objectives. Second, it provides a way, a path for decision or action. The third, planning improves performance. Then the fourth point, planning helps us to minimize the risk, to lessen the risk. Then the fifth point is planning helps us or leads to optimum utilization of resources. The sixth point, it helps us in decision making. Then the seventh we studied that planning helps us in standardization for controlling. It facilitates coordination in all activities. And the ninth, planning facilitates other management functions also, children. Now we'll study regarding the last important function of planning is what? That planning is the basic function of management. So we all know from starting only we have to plan the things. We have to plan. As I told you an example of picnic. Even if we go for one day picnic, we have to plan things properly, children. So we plan or we start 8 days before only. What I have to take, what to do, what things should be packed, which bus I will take or I will take private vehicle. Why this is done? So that a picnic will be fully enjoyed. There will be no disturbance. So here the 10th point or the 10th important point is what? Planning is the basic function of a management. It is a process of decision making which improves or which involves promotion of innovative ideas after critical thinking. So ultimately, these innovative plans result into what? Achievement of the goals of the organization. So planning is the most challenging activity for the management as it guides us all future actions leading to growth and prosperity of the organization. So in short, say the conclusion will be when we studied all these 10 points regarding importance of planning, planning plays an important role in everyone's life. Everyone's, not only for company or organization, for every individual, planning is very important. In organization also, it is very important for any individual also. So why? To secure your future, to have some future ideas. So future is highly uncertain and the business environment is changing. So with the help of proper planning, the risk and uncertainties can be minimized, and planning is the basic requirement of any organization for survival of growth and success. So from this important points or importance of planning, we can study that planning is very much essential for the smooth flow of the organization, children. So they have told planning is the basic requirement of any organization for the survival of growth and success. So see, one example you can see in the picture where I have given. Planning we can call as one day picnic, children. So this is the example of planning you can see over there. So these things are done for growth and success, say, or for the smooth functioning of an organization. So in this period, say, we studied about the introductory part, then the function of management. We have started with the first point, that is planning, and we studied the importance, children. So enough for this period. Next period we'll study the remaining part of the chapter. Thank you everyone.